How's it going? Dave in Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to look at 5 keys that are massively dropping in price. And by massively, I mean a lot. 92%. That is quite a feat. And also on this list, these books are probably at some point in the future going to end up on someone's list that you must buy. They're going to the moon, all this kind of stuff. They're not. These are books that are going to look tempting, but trust me, in the long run, these are not going to be your long-term investable books, and most likely they'll probably have a couple bumps here and there, but they probably won't go up long-term. But before I get into the video, head over to collectorscomics.com. We are running an auction right now. Today, which is Saturday, and tomorrow, which is Sunday, are the last days, the end of the auction. Go check it out. Tons of great stuff over there. All right. First is Young Avengers #1. A 9.4 is down 86% from $500 to $69. A 9.6 is down 79% from $725 to $150. And a 9.8 is down 81% from almost $1,600 back in 2021, now selling for $300. Now I know what you're thinking. Spoiler alert here, so fast forward if you don't want to spoil the Marvels. At the end of the Marvels, Camilla Khan runs into Kate Bishop and then talks about making a new Avengers. Let's call it the Young Avengers. I don't know what they're going to be called. Right now, it's pretty much just the Girl Squad, because I think there's just Riri that they'll probably have in it. Kate Bishop, Camilla Khan, and Cassie Lang. So that's all they got, really. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but that's it. For the Young Avengers. Now I'm sure this will pop up on someone's list pretty soon, like very soon, once more word gets out and people are like, Young Avengers, they're gonna make a Young Avengers movie, you're gonna make a TV show, all this kind of stuff is gonna be huge. Marvel, the MCU is in, basically they're ruined. They're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and going back to the drawing board means they're probably gonna cut the Young Avengers, because that's probably one of the problems. So they're going to get rid of that. That's never going to happen. So don't listen to people. So long term, it's not going to happen. And even if they did, even if they came out with, we have a script done, director, and here's a trailer. The MCU is in such bad shape that it's not going to do anything for the book. This book is still going down. All these books on the list are still going down in spite of all the news, because people are wise to it. So if this book shows up on someone's list saying, you got to buy this, don't. It's going to drop. It's still, in my opinion, it's slowing down the dropping, but it's still going down, and it will continue to go down, because once again, it takes a lot for a book to actually be investable. And as of right now, I don't think they're making it in the movie, and I don't think this is a good book to get long term. Next, we got Miss Marvel #1. This is the first full appearance of Camilla Khan. A 9.4 down 83% from 232 to 40. A 9.6 down 83% from 350 to 60. And a 9.8 is down $92, 92% from $960 to $81. This book kind of flatlined in the last few or so months, but still dropping a little bit, which is crazy because the movie just came out. You think it'd be going up. The last 3 months it's been going down. I've said in my videos before, the next 6 months from here to somewhere around March-ish, April, somewhere around there, is going to be a really bad time for comics. This one is at $81 currently for a 9.8, which is basically slightly above case cost. 9.6 is a little bit above case cost, and 9.4 is below case cost. It can't really go much lower than case cost. I mean, it still is a minor key. Still has a notable thing, first full appearance. But this is not, this is going to appear on some lists in the future. I'm telling you, this book will not be expensive. It's not going to be a home run. It will never reach its highs of $960 for a 9.8 ever again. And okay, when I say ever, I don't know. Let's just say in the next 10 years, it's not going to happen. There's too many of these books. Not enough people want it. Character's not popular enough. A lot of things going on. Why it won't reach that price. And it won't even reach $500. So do not buy this book when it appears on someone's list. Now, if you're trying to, make a quick buck, and you can kind of see the wave in the future, and you're like, I'm going to buy it now, and I know it's going to have a bunch of people are going to, at some points, something's going to happen, it's going to go up, and I'm going to sell it and then move on with my life. I guess, fine, I don't know. But in terms of long term, which that's what this channel's more about, don't get this book. It's going to appear on people's list at some time in the future. Doesn't matter. This book is not going anywhere. Next, we got Eternals #1, a 9.4 down 85% from 809 to 119, a 9.6 down 88% from 1653 to 200, and a 9.8 is down 90% from, wow, 3,800, now selling for $3.99. So this book currently at the 9.8 state is actually dropping, still dropping. It still has, not as fast, but it's still going down. And it is below what it was in 2018, 19, when it was kind of first announced. Basically, it was averaging around 250 to 270, and then an announcement happened, and it jumped up to, basically the threes, mid threes, and then all of a sudden it got a little closer to the movie, and it had a huge jump, and then the comic boom and everything is to the moon basically. This book will never ever hit 3,800. Now I know you're thinking, oh, Eternals 2, that could still happen, right? No, it's probably not going to happen. Even if it did happen, it's still not going to reach this height. This book is not a very popular book to begin with. The Eternals are not very popular characters to begin with. The movie obviously did not do very well, lost Marvel a bunch of money because they made terrible choices. But nonetheless, I would not pick up this book. If it starts appearing on people's lists, do not get it. This is not something that's going to go. Eventually, this thing will bottom out, just like all the other books. The Miss Marvel is pretty much close to bottom. I always think that book will be slightly above case cost. And once it bottoms out, in time, sure. Like if you go back to 2011, this book was selling for like $150, and then by almost whatever I said, like 2018, 2019, it was selling for like $2 something. So it did go up over a 10-year span almost, and so that's what will happen. Eventually, this book will bottom out, which hasn't happened yet, and then it'll be slowly going up. So I think this book does have potential slowly going up once it's bottomed out, but it hasn't hit the bottom yet. So if it appears on anyone's list, don't get it because it's still going to go down. Next, we got She-Hulk #1, a 9.4 down 82% from 613 to 113, a 9.6 down 83% from 850 to 144, and a 9.8 down 86% from 2,300, now selling for $321. This book still going down, and it will continue to drop even more. I know what you're thinking. Oh, but She-Hulk season 2, they're going to get their act together. It's going to be fantastic. Could it be? Sure. Is it going to be made? I don't know. Probably not. I think the last I heard it's not, but you never really know. I think they have a script or something, but it won't get made. Nevertheless, this book will continue to drop. If it starts appearing on people's list, sorry. It will always have value. This is never going to be a case cost book at a 9.8. That won't happen. She-Hulk is a popular enough character. It is old enough. There's enough going for it. It will never be just a case cost. So it's always going to be above case cost. My prediction is it will probably sit around the 250 to 300 mark for a while. That would probably be its bottom, somewhere around there. All right, last is we got West Coast Avengers #45. First, White Vision. A 9.4 is down 90% from $350 to $35. A 9.6 is down 88% from $625 to $76, and a 9.8 is down 91% from almost $2,000, now selling for $184. This was a nothing book. The cover is cool. I like the cover. I like the picture of White Vision. But that's all it is. It's White Vision. It's a costume change. Do you really think a costume change should be worth $2,000 for a 9.8? Think about that. $2,000 for a 9.8. Now, how many times has pretty much every superhero changed their costume? All the time. Usually it's not even noted. But this is basically a costume change. It's a different paint job on Vision. It's not like the first appearance of Vision or Silver Age Vision, which would have been 57, which is a different Vision than the Vision that was from the Golden Age, which he originally appeared in back in, oh God, I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's Marvel Mystery Comics 4 or 6, something like that. 8? I think it's an even number. One of those. Within the, pretty sure, somewhere around there. An early issue was the first appearance of Vision. But that's a different Vision. I'm pretty sure it's a different Vision than this Vision. Yes, it is a different Vision. So that was 57. Avengers 57 was, so very different book. This is basically just a costume change. Now, is it cool? Yes, it also harkens back. It's an homage to number 57. But nonetheless, It should not be worth $2,000. It won't ever be worth $2,000 ever again. And by ever again, I mean in the next 10 to 20 years. There's nothing that could happen. Even if they made a vision show, I think that's what they're calling it, Vision Quest, and it was all about white vision, still, it would not go back up to $2,000. Most of this was just crazy. That's all it was. And will it get a slight bump? Sure, but that's about it. This book, it looks like it's definitely slowing down recently. Last couple of months, it's been dropping, and I've said that before. That's why, because comics are just going to have a really bad next 6 months or so. 184. Will this book be just a case cost book? No, this will not just be a case cost book. This book will probably be in the $100 to $150 range. That's where it's going to be for a while. And then, yeah, sure, it'll slightly go up. Some of these books will just slightly move along, going up as time goes on. And this is one of them that will slightly go up. So if you're picking it up around $100, $150, sure, eventually it'll go up. I don't think it'll go any lower than $100 for a 9.8, maybe in some random auction somewhere, just who knows. But again, these will probably show up on someone's lists in the next couple of years, and they'll be like, get it, you must buy it. Oh my gosh, it's going to be the biggest thing in the world. Do not fall for that. Do not fall for that. Wait till it bottoms out. If you like the book, buy the book. That's with any book on this list. If you like the book, just buy the book. Who cares? But just know that it's probably going to go down in the near term future. And in the long future, it's probably not going to go crazy high. That's all I got to say on this. Check out collectorscomics.com. Have a nice day.